Would you welcome John Travolta? I'm trying to remember the last time you were on the show or we talked. It's been quite a while, hasn't it?
Well, I met you right before Welcome Back, Kotter.
That's right.
Before it ever aired or anything in the lobby here.
Absolutely. Yeah. Has it been that long?
Yes.
We have not seen each other talk since then?
No, I did the show with David Brenner about 4 years ago, I think. Right after Saturday Night Fever.
I've got to start showing up on this show. You weren't bothered, obviously, by the air traffic unless you flew your own plane.
Well, yes, we were totally canceled.
Yeah?
We were third or fourth in line.
Yeah, where were you supposed to fly out of?
Oh, well, I've been traveling a lot, so we were leaving New York, and we were canceled, so we had to go VFR, which is different from
the... This is pilot talk. Visual flight rules rather than
yes, where you
right?
fly below 18,000 feet.
Did you? Somebody told me you got your jet's
yes, sir.
pilot license.
I was very proud of that. It took about 3 weeks, and I went to Texas to do it, and it was a dream, a lifelong dream to be a jet pilot. And I became a captain, and...
Oh, that's not bad. That is not easy. That's very difficult. Ed is a pilot, and I'm a pilot, but I'm not checked out in jets because that takes a lot of time and a lot of training.
Yes. Now, I couldn't get a job with an airline because I'm a dropout, high school dropout, but...
But you're captain of a jet.
But I'm captain of a jet, yes.
Yeah. I saw your picture then. I really enjoyed it. It was a good picture. You wanted to be an actor, somebody told me. I know you've answered so many questions the last few weeks, but somebody told me when you were just very small.
Well, my family's a theatrical one.
Right.
And so the inspiration was there from early on.
Yeah. Didn't you say your family? On both sides of the family?
Yeah, no, well, not my father. He was more of an athlete. Semi-pro type athlete. And so the inspiration from my mother and my sisters and my brothers were always, it's always evident.
The story is you'd go down, I don't know if that's true, in the basement or the cellar and play parts. Is that right?
Well, my parents were the best audience, of course, early on. And then at 6 or 7, I graduated to inviting the neighborhood in. And then at 12, local theater, and then semi-professional and then professional.
What was your first part? I was talking about our producer's first part in a high school play. What'd you play? Do you remember?
A Frank D. Gilroy play. It was Who'll Save the Plowboy, I think was the name of it. And I played, this kid was an imposter son of the leading man.
Right.
It's a pivotal role.
Yeah. A crucial character. Yeah, everybody always remembers, if they're a performer, their very first appearance. I can remember I played one, well, we talked about playing the bee in the health pageant. That was a disaster. I guess I could tell that story. No.
Sure. Yeah.
There was a health pageant. I played a bee.
Yeah. And what'd you have to do?
My mother had made this costume. It was beautiful.
Did you have any duties?
I remember a lot of the young girls, this was in elementary school, very small. The girls played flowers. And I would flip from... And the idea was you were showing how the bee worked with nature and pollinated the flowers, and it got out of hand at rehearsal, and we canceled the play. Anyway, it's Jimmy Cagney, somebody who I've met once or twice, who everybody who meets falls in love with, you know quite well, and has been kind of instrumental in your career in a way, right, as a friend.
Yes.
How did it come about?
Well, he had been an idol of mine my whole life. Yeah. And at 5 and 6 years old, I would try to imitate him from Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Yeah.
And sit in front of the television set and try to mimic him and that kind of thing. I'm sure a lot of the young people do that with Grease with me nowadays, but then it was Cagney. And I'd always wanted to meet him, and then one of the opportunities one gets to have in my position would be to meet celebrities like yourself.
Yeah, well, every 4 years we say hello. And I have to limit these, of course.
And I finally met him, and we got on very well, and we've kept up a friendship.
He's a great gentleman, isn't he?
Oh, yes, never misses a trick.
And
he sees and hears everything that goes on.
Yeah, and he has absolutely no aspirations to be, and even when he was a huge star, he looked at it just as a job. He said, you go to work, you do your lines, you go home. That's all there is to it, right? It's a job like any other job. He never felt like a Hollywood quote star.
Yeah, he never gave it the significance, I think, that a lot of actors do.
Somebody told me the story also that your mother used to threaten you if you were misbehaving or something, that Jimmy Cagney would be calling you or something?
Oh, she was quite clever, where she would, if she wanted me to clean my room or brush my teeth or take out garbage or whatever, she'd just say, Cagney says, she'd pretend she had him on the phone. And she'd say...
And you bought that?
Oh, well, I was 5.
5? Yeah, okay.
I buy a lot of things at 5.
Yeah.
And she said, Cagney says, go do this, go do that. And finally I said, does he like me? You know? But,
so she'd want you to get you to do something?
Yes, it worked.
Did you really drop out of high school?
Yes, sir.
Why? Did you just did dislike school and wanted to?
Well, I really knew what I wanted to do, and I had been acting for quite a while already. And living in New Jersey was just a bus ride from New York, Manhattan.
Right.
And it was one of these things where it was so easy to get started and to do it that I wanted to rush on it. I wanted to get started early. And I'd already worked professionally, so it seemed like the right thing
Make the move at the right time?
My parents were very lenient and open about it, and I admire them for it, actually.
What's been the biggest change in your life since all this fame has come to you? There are certain rewards, of course, financially and all of that, and you're doing what you want to do. But there are also certain... You can't go sometimes out in public when you want to, or things you'd like to do maybe just quietly. Is that the biggest thing of being really recognizable?
Well, it's been this way for about 6 years now, so it all seems part of it. I don't really mind it anymore.
Yeah.
I enjoy myself, and if I go out, I go out, and if I'm recognized, I sign autographs. It all seems natural. It doesn't seem... it doesn't bother me.
No different at all, huh?
No. Oh, it's different, but I mean, it doesn't seem to... As the years go on, I seem to...
Seems like a normal part of your life now.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
How about with yourself? I mean, do you find it that way, or... No, I meant that seriously. I mean, do you get...
I never go out. I stay here. I have a room in the back, and I never leave. I've not left this building, I think, since 67. 1967. No, I'm teasing. No, I don't mind, really. That's part of it.
I mean, does it seem to get easier as time goes on, or...?
I still get embarrassed by it. It sounds silly to say that. When people come up sometime in a certain situation and ask for an autograph, I feel a little awkward. I don't know why. And I remember when I came out to California, one time when I got out of high school, I asked people for their autographs and felt, not silly about it at all. But I still get a little awkward sometimes.
Well, let's exchange autographs.
Okay, sure. Here's mine. Here's yours. Give me your numbers, and I'll give you some old ladies' numbers. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We're talking with John Travolta. Movie Blot has a very interesting premise. You play a sound man who goes out and records sounds which they dub into motion pictures, and you're in an unusual situation. You're just, I guess it was by design, you were out just recording what, sounds of traffic, wind, and so forth?
I do bad horror pictures, basically.
Yeah.
He works for this sort of sleazy company.
Right.
And at the time, I think this clip that you have, basically he stumbles accidentally what seems to be a political scandal.
Right, danger. Watch this picture. This is a little clip from Blowout. Watch. Right over here. Sunday on the freeway, eh? It's a wild picture. How long did it take you to do that chase sequence?
Oh, that was wild. That took a couple of weeks, then we had to redo it because the film on that was stolen.
You're kidding?
No, and...
Are you serious?
Yeah, really. The point of view of my going through that parade, the film was stolen.
Just disappeared?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they had to go back to Philadelphia and redo it.
Yeah.
So, but just that part of it.
Yeah, good picture. Hope it does real well for you.
Thank you.
Somebody told me also that you've got the same thing that Kirk Douglas has, is the cleft in the chin.
Oh, yes.
Now, during the picture, somebody said they wanted to... Kirk told me once, when they first came, somebody says they wanted to cover it up or fill it in or something. What for?
The cinematographer, I guess, didn't know it was advantageous to have that, so he said, he's a Hungarian man, very nice man, excellent artist. And he said, Brian, he said, the hole in his chin, would you like me to get rid of it?
Well, they were just going to paste over it and the whole thing?
Well, I guess he'd light it out or do something to...
Somebody told me this picture means a lot to you, more than, I guess, of the other pictures you've done.
I'm proud of this one because it was a combination of artists that got together that I'm impressed with, and I'm proud of it, yeah.
Well, what do you see yourself doing 10 years from now? Do you ever project ahead and say, 10 years from now I want to be doing so-and-so, or I want to make this kind of a picture, or...
Well, I'd like to maintain a certain success that's been given, and maybe direct. I'd like to direct. Keep happy.
You got it right there. That's all there is to it. Not bad. We'll be right back. Stay where you are.